All right, let's jump right in. Today, we are going to talk about taking back control from the cloud. We're going to assemble our very own AI, one that can run some of the most powerful language models in the world right on your own computer. And you know what? It's way more possible than you might think. We're going to walk through exactly how to do it. So, does this sound familiar? You love playing with AI tools, but you're just getting tired of those monthly subscriptions, right? The API fees and that little nagging feeling in the back of your head about where all your data is actually going? Well, what if you could have all that power, but with none of the trade-offs? That's what we're here to do. Look, let's be real. Cloud-based AI from companies like OpenAI and Google, it's incredible. We all use it for, well, pretty much everything. But that convenience, it definitely comes with a few strings attached. A set of limitations we've all run into. It really just boils down to three big things. First up, cost. The best models, they're not free, and those subscriptions, they add up fast. Second, availability. If your internet goes down or, their service is having a bad day, you're just out of luck. And third, and this might be the biggest one of all, privacy. Every single thing you type, every document you upload, you're handing it over to someone else.
But what if there was another way? Well, there is, and it comes from the amazing world of open source. And this, right here, is where our story gets really good, because a whole new cast of heroes has shown up to challenge the big guys.
And believe me, you do not have to sacrifice quality. I mean, just look at this leaderboard. These are not second-rate, knockoff models. Open source projects like DeepSeek are going toe-to-toe with the biggest names in the industry. And the best part? They are totally 100% free for anyone to download and use. It sounds perfect, doesn't it? Free, private, super powerful models. But, of course, there's always a catch. The road to running these on your own machine has one really, really big roadblock. And here it is. These models, even the ones they call small, are just absolutely gigantic. See, an AI model is basically just this huge collection of numbers. They're called parameters that hold all of its knowledge. And to make the model work, you have to load every single one of those parameters into your computer's memory, all at once. For a model like DeepSeek R1, we're talking about 68.5 billion parameters. So how much memory does that take? Oh, just about 14 terabytes. Yep, you heard that right, terabytes. To put that in perspective, your laptop probably has, 16, maybe 32 gigabytes of RAM? This number seems impossible. So how on earth do we fix this? We solve it with a brilliant piece of technical magic, a process of transformation. It's a technique called quantization, and it is the absolute secret sauce to making all of this work.
So what is quantization? The easiest way to think about it is like a super smart compression trick just for AI models. It takes those billions of huge, incredibly precise numbers that make up the model, and it converts them into smaller, simpler numbers that take up way, way less space. And it does all this without really losing much performance. It's incredible.
This slide right here shows you exactly how it works. So on the left, that's the original model. All its parameters are stored as these high-precision numbers called floats, and they take up a ton of memory. But on the right, after quantization, they've been transformed into smaller, simpler integers. The brain of the model is still there, but its memory footprint has just been radically shrunk. That's the transformation. Let's make this really concrete. For a model with 1 billion parameters, before you do anything, you'd need over 2 gigabytes of VRAM. After quantization, that same model, it needs only about half a gigabyte. That's a 4x reduction in size. It literally makes the impossible possible. Okay, so now we know the problem is size, and we know the solution is quantitation. So now we get to the fun part. Let's actually assemble the toolkit you need to build your own local AI command center. Step 1, you've got to find your model. And for that, we go to the Armory, Hugging Face. This website is pretty much the main hub. It's the grand central station for the entire open source AI community. You can find thousands and thousands of models right here, all ready to go. And here's a little pro tip for you that's going to make this whole thing even easier. The open source community is just awesome. So for most of the popular models, you don't even have to do the shrinking yourself. Just look for a tab on the models page that says quantizations, and you'll find tons of pre-shrunk versions ready to run. So once you have your model, you need a program to actually run it, your command center. And you do not need to be a coding genius for this part. Apps like LLM Studio and Allama give you a super simple, clean interface to download, manage, and just chat with your local models. Seriously, it's as easy as installing any other app on your computer. What's really cool is how smoothly all of this works together. The entire ecosystem is just built to be integrated. A lot of the time, you can just click a button on Hugging Face and it will open the model directly in an app like LM Studio. The whole process from finding a model to having a conversation with it is just incredibly simple. And just like that, you've done it. You've gone from being stuck with the limitations of the cloud to being totally empowered on your own machine. Running top-tier AI locally isn't some far-off dream anymore. You've just built your very own, very powerful AI toolkit. So let's just quickly recap the journey. The goal was to run powerful models right here locally. You find those models, your source, over on Hugging Face. The key that unlocks the whole thing is using quantization to shrink them down. And finally, your tools to manage it all are simple apps like LM Studio and Alama. That's it. That's the entire playbook. You now have everything you need, the knowledge, the tools, to create your own private, powerful, and totally flexible AI environment, one that is completely under your control. So, the only question left is, well, it's the most exciting one of all. What are you going to build first?